I know I wasn't particularly missing birthday presents to myself yesterday, but as it was my birthday yesterday, I was in the shops and I saw a toasty maker, which I haven't had since university. And I thought, well, why not? It's good for lunches. And so here's my first toasty of the of many years actually. Afternoon. So, while my toasty becomes slightly less like molten lava, what have I done today? Well, it's been a bit of a slow morning. It's not that I've been busy, but basically last night was a bit of an experiment. Well, not an experiment. The Princess and the Pea. I found out that 3 mattresses, air mattresses and camping mattresses, are not better than one. Basically, I had an air mattress and a carry mat, and then a thermarest on top of each other, and they sort of somehow all cancelled each other out, and it was actually worse than just one. And on top of that, they were all sliding around. But as I was nice and sort of cosy and snuggled up in my sleeping bag, I didn't want to. Well, I couldn't get the motivation to actually go and do anything about it till about 4 o'clock in the morning because I didn't want to leave the sleeping bag. So by the time I'd done that, this being the country, the dawn chorus had started, and boy, we're surrounded by trees, and as I said, it's the middle of the country, and it is loud. So probably not much sleep this last night. Tonight I'll be on the single mattress, and I'll be probably go to bed a bit earlier. So I really should sleep well after the last couple of nights, just out of sheer exhaustion. Anyway, what let's do? I ordered some hideously expensive paint on some more primer that's been done already here, but I can see there's been bits bashed when it was moved and stuff, and there's bits rusting already. And I want to sort of nip that in the bud. So that tin of paint costs 90 quid, which is horrendous, but it is it's what you need to use if you want the proper stuff. And then I've done my trip to second trip of the 2 days to Market Harborough, and picked up some wood and some other bits of wood, primarily to batten off the windows, which I hope to do in the next couple of days, so the top ones aren't flapping about so much. Although I'll keep the ones at the front of the back because the doors are still loose, even though I've filled up these bits here. Until I actually sort of line them out, there's big gaps in between in the frame, so it needs some protection. And I've also bought some wood here to make some rudimentary steps, because a couple of times I've almost sprained my leg. I can step down from here to the floor, but if I don't do it correctly, oops, I'm just stooping. It really pulls my muscles, and it's not particularly sustainable. So that's that. So it's a lovely afternoon at the moment. It was peeing down all morning, and in fact, even though I was just driving back about 20 minutes ago, about a mile away there was a thunderstorm and lightning just about a mile away. So I've been quite lucky. Hopefully it keeps up. I mean, it's dark over there. I think it's classic spring sun and showers, but I like to sort of cut up the wood outside so I don't cover the inside with sawdust. So hopefully I get that done, and if not, I'll just have a rest. This is supposed to be a fun project, not a marathon. So yeah, so that is about that update. Hope if anybody's watching, so hope you're doing well, and I'll check in at some point later when there's some more to show you. Thanks. Another rubbish shopping day. Just paid, I think, 30 quid for that sheet of plywood, and it didn't fit in the car. I knew it didn't, and I bought a saw, but I just couldn't be bothered to use it. So it's so thin and flimsy, even for £30, that I could just snap it up. Just hope that it hasn't snapped into. I only need part of it, so it should be okay. But I hope it hasn't snapped so small that it's useless. Otherwise, that will be a great shame of 30 quid. But we'll find out shortly. Morning. Or afternoon or evening, depending on you watching this. So it was pretty windy last night, so I didn't sleep quite as well I hoped, but compared to the other nights, lack of sleep, I at least got quite a few hours, and I feel infinitely more human this morning, which is a good job because there's plenty to do this morning, today in fact. So the first job I'm going to do is there's a big step, as you probably know, from the narrow boat into the actual cabin. And there's nothing there at the moment, and I've been stepping in and out, and it's been quite precarious. And I'm basically getting to the point where I've strained my legs from all these kind of things. So I got some wood from Juicens that you saw yesterday, and I'm going to make some rudimentary temporary steps at least, so that I'm not having to do acrobatics. Very windy at the moment. Yeah, it's It's any hint of the spring-like weather from the last couple of days is gone. It's pretty cold. It's about 10 degrees right at the moment and cloudy with a hint of rain. Anyway, so I'm going to make some. First of all, I've got to make my workbenches, which I've arrived from Aldi. Annoyingly, I had a couple of good ones of those from the last projects, but we had to get rid of them because there's no space. And then even more frustratingly, after I bought them the weekend, my friend Chris said, "Oh, do you want any tools? I've got the really good fancy Black & Decker Workmates." I've already bought them, but thank you. Anyway, so those are up, and then I'll get the chop saw out and start hacking up bits of wood, and hopefully it'll be a little easier to get in and out. Anyway, catch you later. This is one reason why everything is taking a lot longer than expected. Once I've done the damn battening of the doors and roof, the next thing I'm going to do is do a ladder here. I mean, I'll still have to bring things in and out, but at least it won't be quite as precarious. It's a stairway to heaven. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but this is so much better than balancing on top of a step stool. And even better, the sort of next door neighbour one gave them to me. They were here. I kind of hoped there'd be something like this when I arrived, because most people have them, and of course they don't need them when they leave. But I guess they've been cleaning up and there wasn't. So this was, making steps was the next thing on my list, and I've even got the wood to do so, which I guess I'll do something else. But they're a bit rickety, and I might have to replace one of these. But hey, rather than spending another day chopping and sawing and making stairs, this is better. And to make it even better, the reason that I got these, the conversation started, is that I have to buy out Calorify, which is basically a small hot water tank for the boat. And like everything else, because it's made of copper, it's absolutely shot up in price. And I was looking at paying about £700-800 for one of these. And Jack across there is just refitting out his old boat, and has changed one from a vertical one to a horizontal, so it's been sitting outside. And he asked if I wanted to buy it for 150 quid, and it's literally exactly the same specification I would have ordered, the same size, the same inlets and outlets. So that is a real bargain. It's apparently only a few years old, so it should be at least these things last for a good while. So given the cost savings, that would be something definitely that's worth having. So I'm going to buy that, and that's better. Which makes up for early in the lunchtime when I got a random call from nowhere from a delivery driver in London trying to deliver some all the sort of electronics and electrics and solar panels, which I'd ordered literally 2.5 months ago. But like everything, there's a huge waiting list for these things, and I mean, it's fine. That's why I ordered a good time in advance, because I knew they were there and I wasn't not in any hurry. It's quite a while before the electrics go in. But didn't give no notice or anything, no call, no emails, just the driver saying there's 2 pallets. I'm coming to your coming to your place soon, which was a bit rubbish. So I tried to phone the place, but they didn't answer. So I sent a mildly worded but plain email off to them. The other thing that I wanted is, now I'm here, I wanted to get them to deliver here, because now otherwise I have to go to London and have the usual rigmarole of getting things up and down the lift and then drive them up here. But I suspect now it's sort of at the delivery depot, that's not going to be possible, but let's see. Anyway, so that's cheered me up, and I've just about finished off the roof hole, as it were, with a sort of more permanent temporary solution, just not just tarpaulin packed, and I'm just working on the side hatches now. So hopefully by this evening there won't be quite so many tarpaulin billowing about in the wind, because the wind, it's quite windy here still, and it really does flap about. The guy next door to me, I haven't seen him since I arrived. His tarpaulin was all filling with water at the back and about to collapse, so I've just been up there to pull out, try and pull out the water and reattach it for him, because otherwise it would have been come back for quite a soggy state. Anyway, catch you later. The circular saw's playing up, so rather than spend time looking at that, I just want to get this done and finally finish these bulkheads. It's back to the old hand methods, which isn't too bad, as it's only rough stuff, and it's a pretty decent saw, but I haven't used one for a long time. Hooray! Well, as I had a late start and I felt enough energy, I finally got the dratted things done. So, not the back, that's a whole nother project, but and I need to order some special boards for that. But at least on the windows and now at the sides, no tarpaulins flapping around the night, which is good. And at the front, now at the front I'll have to leave the outside one, because until I actually do the door, there's still quite a lot of gaps in between where the actual doors are, and rain could get in. So I'll just cover that, which is why I haven't bothered waterproofing these boards very much, other than sealing around the edges. But phew, yes, that's great. So I thought I'd get this done in the first afternoon, but I mean, there were several other things to do in the meantime, but still, as usual, a lot longer than expected, even though I knew it would take longer than expected, if you see what I mean. But very glad to do that, and so thanks to Jack's generosity, I don't have to faff around with steps tomorrow. So tomorrow, what will tomorrow be? I'm forgotten right now, but no doubt I'll remember. But right now I'm going to get some dinner and watch a bit of television and then get to sleep. Hopefully a bit quieter tonight.